Hello everyone, this is Kaiser War here, and today I'm going to be talking about Reynatis, a game that came out and people immediately forgot about it. but seriously, I have a strange fascination with this little game. I don't know why. Maybe it's the fact that, it was inspired by Kingdom Hearts and Versus 13 that got to me, that's the only reason a lot of people even had their eyes on the game at first. But I actually want to talk about it more, because it's actually kind of funny thinking about how this game exists and how no one really talks about it, which I guess it makes sense. People kind of saw the first trailer and saw it didn't look as good as they figured it would look like, and they kind of just bounced off it pretty quick, and those who did play it say they didn't really like it. So, I don't know whether to even, bring up what people think about the game. I don't want to really do all that because I feel like that might be a separate video by itself. So I want to talk about my own feelings about Raynatis and what I like about the game. I may make a video later down the line talk about what I don't like about the game, but I want to talk about the good of Raynatis because I think there's some good in here. It's not as bad as other people say it is. It really isn't. But the game does have problems, but that's not the point of this video. So what is Raynatis? So Reynatis is an action RPG developed by Natsume Atari and Furyu, and it was directed by Takumi Isobe and published by NIS America in the States. Now, the name Furyu does sound familiar to some people. They do make a lot of JRPGs, which they are very, very ambitious, but sometimes fall short in maybe narrative or the gameplay department, but the games do look very, very nice. I think that's the one thing about Furyu that they get right, is like their art direction for specific games, like artwork and stuff like that. I think they nailed that, but it's like when you get the game, it's kind of like, it either like becomes more mid than, it's not, some of them aren't the best, but I haven't played too many Furyu games, so I can't really judge all of them based on that. But a lot of people have a lot of negative things about Furyu for those who play them, and some people do like the company, but I've only really played a couple of Furyu games, including Reynatis, so I can't really talk about that. But the big thing about Reynatis coming out in all the trailers and stuff like that is people saw that, hey, look, it reminds me of Final Fantasy Versus 13. Now, Final Fantasy Versus 13, a lot of people know, is this this mythical Final Fantasy game that was going to be like darker and edgier than any other Final Fantasy that came before it, and it was going to be, be directed by Nomura. It was going to be written by Kazushige Nojima. He's going to be on board. Ryoko Shimomura was going to be making music for it. The games look, dark and moody and awesome, and it never came out. Versus 13 never became a thing, but its spirit does live on in various other things, like Baron Rex in Kingdom Hearts 3, and Reynatis here, and also stuff in Final Fantasy 15, but 15 is not Versus 13, let's just get that out of the way. The character's still there, but it's not what Versus 13 was going to be. So people saw Reynatis as that idea of, hey, this may be the Versus 13 that we could really want, and it really didn't turn out to be that way. Reynatis is its own thing, but I appreciate it trying to be its own thing and trying to, like, dig up Versus 13's corpse, or I guess you can't really have a corpse if you never existed to begin with. If you never really came out, I guess there's no corpse to dig up, but still, I think Reynatis has some good points to it. One thing I really like about Reynatis is the character designs. Now, the character designs were done by Yasutake Kaburagi. Like, these designs look so good. Like, it's insane that this game is not going to get much more attention than it is, because, dude, I really like the character designs. I think all of them are winners. Like, the idea, just like, okay, so explain some stuff in the story. In the world of Reynatis, in the city of Shibuya, characters have magic, but some characters have to suppress their magic, otherwise they're going to be hunted down by the cops. So they are in a state known as suppression mode, and when they use their magic, they go into a state called liberation mode, and each character has a different, like, aesthetic to them when they go into their liberation mode. Like, they'll gain extra pieces of clothing, parts of them will glow, like their eyes and stuff like that. Like, some parts of their clothes will extend outwards, or in the case of Moa here, her entire design changes. But I really like that the art style makes the liberated characters feel super different from, like, the suppressed characters, because it kind of shows you, like, okay, these are what these characters really like, but they have to, like, hide themselves when they go under the suppression state, and I really like that. I like the difference between these, and not even just the main characters, like not just the main party characters, even the side characters and like main antagonists do have a really unique, like really cool, unique design. I like this whole, like, the characters is about wizards and witches. They call them all wizards, those who can use magic. But I like the idea of these characters wearing like these modern, like, robes and stuff like that. They look like they're like wizards in the modern era, and I think that's super cool. Also, next to character designs is the artwork done by Yusuke Naara, which, dude, like, I think like Reynatis should have like its own little museum kind of thing, like its own little gallery mode or whatever. Like I would have loved to like have more artwork about this series. They pumped out plenty of artwork like before the release of the game, but I really wish there was more. Like the game's like has a really strong art style. Like I think like seeing like these cool characters and this very strong art style. And on top of that, Shibuya in the game does look really good. Like I know a lot of people kind of harp on the graphics, like character models and stuff like that, but I think that Shibuya looks really good. Like I think the city of Shibuya in Reynatis is very well realized. Even though you can't really do much in it, you know, you do go to several parts of the city. You can't really, you know, interact with a lot of stuff there. I really do think that the design of the city is like really well done. It's like they took literally Shibuya from real life and just copy and paste it in the game, and I think that's a really strong thing to do. But yeah, Yasutaka Kaburagi, amazing character designs. Artwork by Yusuke Naira, also amazing, and also the music. This is gonna be like the one thing that hurts me about Reynatis. No one will ever know because no one played the game. Not many people even played the game because they didn't like it or they just didn't care for what it looked like. They're not gonna know how great the soundtrack is. That's the sad part. Like they're not gonna know how great Yoko Shimomura's OST is on here. She was like on another level right now, and it's a damn shame that like we don't have as of this video, we don't have an official CD release. The only thing that's released so far is like a mini soundtrack, and I can already guess that since Raynatis probably didn't sell well or people just didn't really care, we're not going to get official soundtrack release, and that bums the hell out of me. There are like rips of the soundtrack, but they're very scattered. Like you have to go like specific places, and even then the rips aren't good. The rips are very like muted, and I hate it. Like the only full soundtracks we have at Raynatis online, and you can't even listen to it properly. But anyway, Yoko Shimomura's soundtrack is pretty damn good. Like the opening theme when you start boot up the game is called Liberation of Raynatis. It's just this insane orchestral beam into your brain, dude. Like this is Yoko. Like I feel like Raynatis is Yoko on crack, like absolute crack, because like all the music in this game is good. Like there's not a single dry song in like the whole soundtrack. Like the main battle theme, Suppression of Magic, is really great. The boss theme, Magus Residium, is super clean. But my favorite song in the entire game is the theme for Shibuya, which is called Living in Modern Chaos. Because I don't know what it is. This song feels grimy and slimy. Like I don't know how to describe it either way. This song feels like I'm like in this scumbag type of city. Like I'm like in the city full of absolute scumbags, and it makes sense because that's what Raynatis pretty much is. You're in a city full of people suppressed by the government, drug addicts, or just not very good people. And I feel like that's the perfect encapsulation of Raynatis' like universe, like its whole world, how Shibuya works. It's just like it's a city full of scumbags and lowlifes. And I love it. I love it. Like I would probably play some of it at the end of the video just to try to get you guys an understanding what the song sounds like. But that's all I wanted to really say about Raynatis. Like, I want to make a video talking about, like, combat and other stuff about it, like, maybe if I can find some history about the game, I would probably be able to do that as well. I definitely want to talk more about this game, because I have a strange fascination with it. Despite all its flaws, I think Raynatis is a pretty decent game. It's not perfect, far from it, no, man. It has a lot of flaws, and sometimes those flaws do hinder your gameplay a lot, but I really do think that this game is a great, at least first attempt at this idea. I really hope that we get a Raynatis 2 that, cleans up all the stuff, fixes the kinks, that kind of stuff. Because I would definitely want to see more of it. Oh yeah, I completely forgot there was also one thing I forgot to mention in the good of Raynatis, and I think it's the fact that they're able to collaborate with Square Enix in general to have the Neo the World's End with You characters in the game. Now, there is an issue with that a little bit. The Neo Worlds with You characters art style does not work well in Raynatis. They kind of just use the models from that game in Raynatis, and it does look kind of jarring, and they don't have any voice lines at all. But I do like the fact that they have the noise enemies from that game. I do like the fact that some of the music from Neo the Worlds with You is in Raynatis as well. I think that's super cool. And I do like the fact that they were able to even collaborate with Square Enix. Keep in mind, Raynatis, Furi was not a big company. Natsume Atari is not huge either, right? So seeing this game that was able to pull in, literally Kazushige Nojima, who was known for writing various Final Fantasy games, to pull in Yoko Shimomura, a very highly regarded composer herself, who also worked on some Final Fantasy games, to even be able to talk to Tetsuya Nomura, again, a big face at Square Enix, who has worked on various Final Fantasy games and Kingdom Hearts. To even get that far, I think it's worthy of, praise. I really think that, a lot of games just don't be able to get that far. I mean, yeah, Raynatis did fall short of people's expectations, but I really think that just the effort put into the game, just to get, even though, character models not so great, I get that, but I really think, the effort for, in the art space, the music space, just to even get this game to exist in the first place, to even, be able to have the little game that could, to talk to the people and get the people on board who inspired the game to be a thing in the first place, I really think that should be commended. I really think that's a really cool thing that I really wish more people gave to Raynatis. Even though they may not like the game, I really do appreciate the effort.